how do we create conversation, and where did the not talking about stuff happen? So then you even go back to those ghosts or that kind of past, and then if you go before that, like how, and so going forward, thinking about kind of into the present, like is a powerful thing that we can be thinking about. How do we begin to create that? That's what I'll take from, how do we create cultures that talk again?
Yeah, and we've come here just for the weekend, and it's lifted me.
Has it?
Yeah, it's lifted me. Although, from being from London, I don't know, I see the place much different, Definitely needs to come out the EU.
Oh yeah? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
The majority of Londoners didn't think so, did they?
No, I know. I don't know. I think they need to think more about the Commonwealth. Go back to the Commonwealth, your own people.
Power. So yeah, I think we went through a time yesterday of like reading a little bit, but then we went on this protest, and I think, to be brutally honest, I would have felt disappointed either way where the vote went yesterday, because I think remaining with the status quo would have also been awful. Like, the European Union does a lot of terrible things to people. I'm really depressed that a lot of the narrative was about xenophobia and pushing people out and protecting our own. But now it's happened, it's up to us to take the power and own that, make sense of it for ourselves, and see this as a moment of opportunity for solidarity and working together and making it a future that we want to have, that is togetherness and not outsiderness. So I think, like, my dad's just texted me being like, I'm feeling really hopeless, and I said, no, see this as a moment of hope. Have yesterday as being a dark time, but today as being like, what are we going to do in our lives that's different, and seeing this as a time of change, which is actually really needed.
So the first card, that could represent where we are right here and now. And this card represents something to do with the past and this, what might be happening, what might come into being. Oh. So tell us the story of that, Chris. How does that relate to you?
To me, probably in the most simple, basic way. My parents are both socialists. My grandfathers were both socialists. My family, going back as far as people, within living memory, my elderly relatives when I was younger, we're all socialists. And so fairness is a basic concept in our family. That's what everything's about.
Yep.
That's what things mean. That's what we look for.
Yeah, well, there you go. There it is, straight out. So, this is in the recent past.
Recent past?
Yeah, or the past.
Well, I suppose, putting things behind. When I was younger, I used to be a revolutionary socialist. So, yeah, I've put aside some of my more militant agitation past, I suppose, which actually ties in back with the tactics used during the strike. That's really where I came from in that sort of way.
We're coming into summer. Go on, what does that mean? Could it be?
Well, to me, it's the seasons always reflect the cyclical nature of things, and it's the same within, obviously the natural world. Things come in seasons, things grow, they die away, we have the winter and then life starts again. But also politics is like that, society is like that, personal relationships can be like that. Everything seems to move through cycles and overlapping cycles. So to me that really just means that there's a possibility that good times are around the corner. We aren't there yet, but the summer is coming, so there's some hope for the future.
That's really optimistic.
You also said, didn't you, Chris, just a second since, that you still sense a cyclical nature to your patterns of activism. You said you might go back.
I think there definitely is. Obviously, we're all open to the experiences, the people around us, and everything else. That's what shapes who we are and how we see things. And me putting aside some of that radical activism, for want of a better word, like you say, aside is probably the right way of saying rather than behind. So I don't know whether that's totally appropriate, because the way things are going with the rise in racist assault since the Brexit vote and the collapse in Parliament of both the Conservatives and the Labour Party, it seems now, perhaps we're going to reach a point where we are all going to have to get out on the streets, literally, not just figuratively, you know, and really make the change that we want to see, because our politicians, and I'm a politician as well, but nationally our politicians have failed us for generation after generation. And I think a lot of local politicians are doing the same thing, to be perfectly honest. I don't want to be that person.
What have you got? What are you drawing?
I've got a phoenix rising from the ashes. Because we're all feeling a bit pessimistic about things today, and I thought, got to look at something in a positive, hopeful way.
What's that one?
That looks like the phoenix.
Yeah, what do you think that symbolises for you?
The rise, to me, the change in politics and bringing back politics to the people. The phoenix is rising.
We're ready to go.
Right. Do we need sunshine?
Bit of sunshine is always good for the soul.
The future.
Isn't
That's
it?
what we're hoping for.
Yes,
the future.
future, sunshine.
So we got the phoenix and the sun together.
We have.
We need the coal knocked out.
Yes, we've got the coal knocked door.